You ready to talk now? Are you paying attention? Wake up, wake up. Come on, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. Miss Nanny has the baby in such a daze that she's couldn't even stay awake for technology class. That's okay because she's already had her PE class this morning. She's already had reading and writing. We've studied alchemy, so that also covers math, which also covers science. So now, by just simply teaching alchemy, we have combined in order to have math or science. How can I prove that? It's all four. The compound. There's a number, there's a letter, which signifies we had to write. We had to be able to use curves, which is art. So we can now include graphics, architecture, because that's how we create roads. Now we've gotten into traffic. There's a fire hydrant in here on the side of the road. We can include that as our element of water for the day. We've got a splash of our favorite color on blue. Representing our goddess here. One time for her, salute to her. And we're winners. Oh, standing here on Champion Hall Road. Yeah, this great city. If you want to take a better look, I'll show you. Dear, even but I'm not stepping away from my personal assignments because I am the most divine assignment, including my little tater tot here. So we shall continue to walk. Remember that exercise we practiced last week about the sun in our face. All right, we covered it. We won't go over it again. Here's another intersection just like that. Somewhat. Also jogging at the same time as I was jogging earlier. So now we're using this. Listen, sweetheart, we're using this to jog your memory, which is a term that we use creatively here on our planet Earth to say we're going back to recite and go over the things that we went over last week before. But we've incorporated a splash of exercise into it. That way, you never get confused when this English language becomes such a great barrier to you. And if you want, we can turn this into a rhyme. Hey, hey, wake up before they think you're hypnotized. Oh, baby, so I can title this video on how to get a baby to meditate. You see how she's been in such a koala bear trance type of state that says her. Then this phone. Wow, what could that be? Is it your nap time? Even if it was, even if you were sleepy, you would still be reaching for the phone, especially if you could see yourself. Now, somewhere here and there, we have to realize that what we've been looking for all this time is truly buried deep on the inside of ourselves, which is why we say the Bible says there are treasure in earthen vessels. And for some strange reason, we think it's why when we use words like magic, when we condense it down to even the simplest level of alchemy for even babies to understand, you all still want to infiltrate it. Christians want to say that it's bad if we use the term magic, but then they're still going out to watch movies like Tyler Perry, who are not sponsored by things as Disney, but could be. Who knows what all this propaganda is tied up into be. He's got that movie called The Boo, for a witch, you see, or a man who's dressed up as the name of a witch, something to do with demonic possession. But yet you still say in your church and cultures, oh, there's no way up. Sorry, it's time for botany class. I see a new little area, though, that we can study that's more important than talking about gossip and trash. Such as what movies are coming out, but you wait till it's our time to go to Disneyland, and now we will be great travel nurturers of a nursery such as this, and go to great nursery rhymes. And if you need Miss Skylar Dreams to accompany you or your child on a great voyage or anything fantastic this summer for a small flat rate, something that possibly might include a comma, just give me a holler. 707-335-9689. 707-335-9689. Woo! That's my contact info. And if you want, you can text that number, you can call it, you can email it, and I will see it. Because that's a Gmail contact. And if you want to contact me, just do that. Just see or watch this video and post your comment below, and I will see that you are truly and committed and involved to alchemy, you know. Because see, some of you are going to watch this video for a long time, some of you are going to watch it for a short time. I don't know what it could be, but I'm trying to cover all areas of even alchemy, you see. And I thought these were weights. Maybe I can use these as new workout tools. Oh, you see, sometimes God will send just what you need and put it in perfect alignment. But sometimes if I didn't want to seem like I was taking these, I could take these rather than this. Nobody's, all right. There you go. Free to take, because we're out here in Mother Nature. And what am I going to do with it? I'm going to use them right now here while I'm exercising, and then I'm going to put them back down. But because we have a little small, God, my workout has started, and all this baby is so sleepy. She's just taking time to her own mind. Like, what's going on? Here, there's so much traffic, volume, vocabulary, working on her 20,000 words a day. And if you've been following me since last week when I started this channel, or 2 weeks ago, you'll see I want to give shout outs to my, even the platforms, and that first guy. Thank you so much. I've already thanked you personally, and now I will thank the other two who have joined the leading competition of The Price is Right for gladiators. But I think a good title right now for me would just continue to be Passionate Dreams. Even though somewhere deep inside of me, there's a lot of titles, there's a lot of shenanigans that I want to go into. There's a lot of historic value that I am tied to. But for those of you who are true demonstrators of magic and alchemy, you will see that you will look past all the gibberish and stuff that I see in these videos and all the dramatizations that you see on TV. Now we're practicing those swirls and curves that I promised, that I talked about when I mentioned it earlier, but I have to do it one-handed. You see, I'm doing all the work, but the baby is so in tuned, and I'm so involved with her and everything that I'm doing at the same time, that she's picking up all this energy and this everything. She's learning everything she needs to know so much at one time just from having a nanny. So if you ever say, for those of you who are looking and saying, hey, I thought that video was about a trip and an advertisement for a nanny, I'm let down. I don't want you to feel let down. Okay? So there's sometimes in things in life, even when I may say I'm doing this for my personal, because I want to shine. And sometimes if I was to be at one where I need to do such a video, I can't just click and go on their personal computer and say, hey guys, I'm live. Then I'd have to give them the credit. Then they have to see all this stuff. Now I'm breathing hard. Let's see how long it takes our baby to go to sleep. I know you're getting close. I know. Now see, her nap time is at 9:30. And I want to get her me, meaning the elements of the force of nature, which is still me, you see. It's 8:50. I've finally taken the time to set my watch correctly and put it on. And I realized that my watch really needs to be on my left hand and that I need to be using the phone with my right hand. That way I can go like this, but for things such as this. But you see, that's why you have to work on being ambidextrous, because it shouldn't matter what you're doing, what angle, you should be able to capture, you should be able to take a perfect pose as long as the lighting is right, but it may not be. Sometimes it's going to be a shadow. Sometimes you look great, sometimes you don't. How high are you going to reach if you want to get the entire photo of yourself, a capture, a moment? How could you ever truly see yourself? How could you ever truly see this part of yourself? True division. There's always going to be a part that's left out, even if it's so minute. Why? Because you would have to be in a 360 degree to even do such a thing. I'm timing, we have about 10 minutes before baby is truly asleep. Right now she's in a deep meditative sleep. This is how sleep is supposed to work. Even when you go to bed at night, it's supposed to be in stages. Now some people have the ability to just get in bed, roll in there, boom, drop to sleep. Some don't. So I'm going to take the time and reverence everything that I've learned so far and just catch it up to there. At least begin to pour out the knowledge of random stuff that I know. Buy yourself a memory foam mattress if you're having trouble falling asleep. Take the time to cut off the TV and let all those ions that have been getting into your mind. And that has to be the end of my video, because my best friend is calling back, who I promise I will talk to. She just told me she'd call back 5-10 minutes. All right, so I'm wrapping this up. Love y'all.